Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about the SEO Playbook, the first 7 steps you have to take.
Now, we wanted to make this episode a little fun. Instead of Eric and I, we are going to go back and forth, but Eric doesn't know the steps I'm going to say, and I don't know the steps Eric are going to say. So we're going to give you 7 steps in order. They have to flow. And these are the most important ones, and we're going to do this on the fly.
So let's pick a topic. What's the topic? Content marketing.
No, it's SEO in general.
Okay, SEO. Is that so? Are we creating a new blog based on SEO?
Well, we're optimizing a site. Let's say it's a blog.
All right, cool.
Does that work for you?
That works.
All right. Step number 1, keyword research. Now, I'm not going to tell you to, hey, once you have your blog down, the niche and your topic, you just go out there and write and you pick the most popular keywords. I want to use any keyword research tool out there like a UberSuggest, Ahrefs, keywordtool.io, pick whatever one you want. Look for the keywords that have the most traffic, the least competition, and the highest CPC. I know what you're thinking. That's too hard. They don't exist. Yes, they do exist. Take some time. They'll give you suggestions. They'll give you tons of keywords. This will give you an idea of the keywords that not only could drive traffic in volume, they're low in competition so you can see the results quicker, but most importantly, they have a high CPC. Typically, if someone is willing to spend more money per click to get a visitor over to your website, that means those visitors are worth money. You wouldn't pay $10 for a visitor that's only going to spend $1 on your site. You want to go after the ones that have the highest CPC because that means that eventually when you get the traffic, you'll be able to convert it into revenue.
All right. So mine is...
This is number 2.
Oh, we're on number 2. Okay,
yeah,
great.
We're going 1 through 7 in
All
order.
Right. Okay, great. So I'm assuming we're starting out, right? This is fresh.
We're starting off.
Okay.
We just did the keyword research. What's step number 2?
The keyword research is
Well, I already went over the keyword research. That's step 1.
Yeah, so this is an established blog already. We got we got the CMS and all that.
No, we didn't do
right?
anything. We really have a website. We have the CMS.
Yeah, so the CMS is set up.
WordPress is set up. No content has been written.
Great. We're going to write content. We're going to write skyscraper content because that's the type of content, the longer form content, just so we review a little bit. Skyscraper content, Google it, backlink of skyscraper technique, and it's about writing content that stands out from other people. So if you look at Wikipedia, for example, how are they ranking so high all the time, right? And it's because they have content that keeps getting longer and longer and longer, and it's almost like the canonical piece of content. So how can you do that with the type of keywords out there where you think you can rank? Maybe you sort out the ones that are maybe your top 5 opportunities, and you start writing content. I would say you start writing at least 4 or 5 pieces to have a queue ready to go, and then when you're ready, then you can release those over a period of time. So long form skyscraper content, that's at least what works for us. Your mileage may vary. We just, that's what I like. So
now that you've got your skyscraper content, you've published it, it's now time to share the content. So I want you to go to BuzzSumo, type in similar keywords, see who shared your competitor pieces of content on Twitter. Google's people find their email addresses, hit them up, ask them if they want to see your content because it's more thorough, it's better, it's more detailed, it's going to help them, and ask them if they want to share your content. Then you plug in those competitor URLs into Ahrefs, you see who links to them, you hit up each and every single one of those websites, you say, hey, I noticed you linked to my buddy Eric Su or Brian Dean, and they covered X, Y, and Z. In my article, I cover A, B, and C that they don't. It's 5 times longer, and it covers all this other cool, crazy stuff that you'll love. Feel free to link to it if you like it. And then the third part in the promotion is you see everyone you linked out to, email them like, hey, Eric, want to say a huge fan of your work. I just linked out to you my latest blog post. Feel free and check it out here. If you like it, share it. Cheers, Neil. And that's it. We finished step 3. We're promoting it. We're getting the traffic that's starting to roll in.
Step number 4, I love talking about this, repurposing. So you got a blog post already. You've promoted it. Let's assume that what you're trying to do here is you're trying to get in a flow, right? You're starting to create a process. So repurposing, let's say you are somebody that's really good on audio. You're also good at video. You're just this mega star. You're also good at writing too. So the blog post that you have, you use a repurposing framework. I recommend Googling the content reusage framework by Aleda Solis, and you start with a blog post, and then you might repurpose it to a video, for example. You might repurpose it to a podcast, for example. Not a podcast. Wait, yeah, podcast. So then you can just continue down, you repurpose, and what you're going to do is you're going to continue to use this framework over time, because now, well, you start with keyword research, you wrote a good post, you promoted it. Now you are going about repurposing it.
Number 5. This is when you need to start doing your on-page SEO. You're already starting to rank for some stuff. You're repurposing. You've promoted your content. You got the right keywords. You got the basics down. You need to fine-tune your on-page SEO. If it's a WordPress blog, use the Yoast SEO plugin, but you want to go in there, optimize your title tags, your meta descriptions, have the right keywords. You can use Google Search Console to figure out what keywords you should be putting in each and every single title tag, meta descriptions, etc. So by just making sure your on-page SEO is tight, you'll find that you'll rank higher over time.
Yeah. And this is step number 7?
You're on 6.
6. Okay. Step number 6. So now you take the process that you have, the processes that you have, and what happens is you've already promoted. You're starting to repurpose stuff. Right? You started this flow, this flywheel, right? Now, how do you leverage your time? Well, Neil and I have recommended that you go and you hire people on ProBlogger to help you leverage this process that you've created. You created this beautiful machine now. Now, how do you get more people? How do you leverage your time so you can go off and even double, triple down, quadruple down on what's going on? So go to ProBlogger, put up a job description, start to hire writers, and then use the tool, the blogging checklist plugin on WordPress, and that way you're able to spec out what you're looking for in a blog post. That is the seed of everything. You're starting with the seed of a blog post, then you're going to move on to promotion, then you're going to repurpose, and you're going to continue to keep this going. And over time, this machine is going to get bigger and bigger because you cannot do this thing on your own.
Now that you got people going, you're starting to crank, you've outsourced some of the work. The next thing I want you to do is start expanding internationally. Take your most popular piece of content, go on Upwork, find translators. Don't just have them translate, have them transcribe, adjust, adapt it to the local market. Use hreflang to tell Google that, hey, this content's for Portuguese Brazil, this content's for Portuguese Portugal, this content's Spanish Mexico, whatever the regions you want to target. Boom, you're off to the races. You start publishing them. Your traffic within the next 12 months will really start skyrocketing within these regions.
All right, that's it, huh?
That's it.
That was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. By the way, tweet at us. Probably tweet at me because Neil doesn't really read his tweets as much.
No,
tweet at me at Ericosu. That's with the O in the orange. O as in orange. Let us know if you actually enjoyed this format. We should do more of it if you do. Now, here's the thing. We're trying to throw a live free event in Los Angeles in Q1. Or Q2 of 2019, depends on how quickly we can hit this.
And if you can't make it in person, we're going to live stream it as well.
Oh, I forgot about
free.
That. Forgot about that. Yeah, really important. Okay, so we're trying to hit 1 million downloads over a 30-day period. Right now, we're at about 760,000. Go to marketing-school.io/stats. That's with an S, and you're able to track our progress. We need you to rate, review, subscribe this podcast. Just share the love in general because it helps us a lot. It is going to help us get there faster. You don't want us to take like 2 to 3 years to get there. We want to get there faster, and we need your help. So we'll see you tomorrow.